Excuse me. I am. Let me see if I can get. Oh yeah, let's turn that part off. Now listen, folks. I'm not going to be able to partake in the chat. Okay, hang on a second. I'm not going to be able to partake in the chat because I'm working on this wall. Remember me talking about and forgive my outfit. I'm in my rattiest, oldest garden clothes. Okay. Remember me telling you how I always buy tools and they disappear? It's been down the basement this whole time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand all the spots. I'll give a rough sand over everything. And I have here just a little bit of paint, probably just enough to cover this wall. I might have 1/3 of a gallon here. And this is what we do. When we use paint trays, we just put a bag in them, okay? And that we can reuse them over and over. Here I have, now Howie is going to be cutting in along the baseboards and along the ceiling because I can't get there. And there is still a nail in that wall and I'm just gonna leave it there. So here is a paint roller. There we go. And we're all set up. Got my cup of tea. Now, Howie's borrowed my camera, and he's out in the shop. So I think he's working on my stovetop oven thing. There's already a piece on here. Let's see how good this is. Yeah, I need a fresh piece of sandpaper. So I can't, like I said, I can't see the chat. I can see it's coming up. I see Lena K. I see Seashell. I see Kathy Ponder. God, I feel like romper room. So I have got these. I'm using 120 grit, which means it's fine, but it's, now why is, that's different. It's fine, but, oh, for God's sakes, why can't you pay attention when you're buying something, Bev? This has several pieces to it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to be, well, I'm not going to be out of your view. Okay. That's better. And it doesn't matter if I go over the whole wall. Because I'm painting the whole wall. Now that paint might be a slightly different color. So that's why we're only doing one wall. The other wall has, barely been touched because it's been protected by china cabinets. This thing's got powerful vibrations. It's tickling my hand. Yes, I also took the cover plates off my light switch and my plug down below. preparation for painting. I just want to make sure that I can run my hand along the wall and everything is smooth. All right, I gave my brush away. I have a brush with a dustpan, and I gave them away to my grandson because he was busy helping at Christmas, and he loved the dustpan and the brush, and he was going around sweeping stuff. So I gave it to him. So we're going to have to use my broom. Let's get this, whoops. Let's get this all, the dust swept down and off the baseboards. Wait, I think I see somewhere I might have missed a spot. Hang on. Not missed it, but didn't get it as good as I wanted to because it was too high up. Shut up. Shut up. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me while I work today. I'm sorry I can't be a part of the chat right now. I'm doing this and then I'm going to have a shower and I'm going to sit down in front of the TV and sew. Work on my quilt pieces. Okay. All right, let's just get this off the baseboards, even though I'm not painting down there that far. I just want to make sure it's clean for Howie, because he's going to do the cutting in. I'm not just a pretty face, folks. Getting to that time where we're going to be starting seeds. Ugh. All right, we're done with that. This is, I use this year after year to put my plants on the table. Right now, it's going to be a drop cloth. I gotta make sure it's nice and flat so I don't catch a toe and send myself reeling. All right. Now, there's my paint tray. Jiminy Cricket, Jiminy Jock, you make my heart go clickety clack. Okay, let's open this. I got cardboard on my chair here, so there we go. Alrighty. Into the paint tray this goes. I got almost a half a gallon here. Let's just do that for now. I don't think I'm going to need a whole heck of a lot. Now remember, this is going to go on lighter and it goes darker as it dries. Whoops, I got this bag backwards, you know that? Oh well, live and learn. Like I said, I am not going to cut in. For the love of God, where did that broom go? How did I miss that dust cluster right there? How did I miss that? Okay. The bag, anyway. I'm going to go as far up as I can, covering all the plaster, and as far down as I can. And then Howard will get the stuff that I can't reach. Come on, you. And I will probably get a second Coke. Just don't want to hit the baseboards. Paint your wagon, come along. You can tell I am no professional. Whew. I'm getting huffy and puffy. Sorry for the view. Oh. I told Howard that I bashed up this wall for years. For the last 10 years at Christmas time. That I will be the one to fix it. What's the matter, Rachel? You won't go outside? That's going to need a second coat. But that has to dry first. Shall we go into the office? And then we can visit for a minute while that coat dries. Let's go in the office. Oh. Oh, give me a second here, folks. Whew. I gotta turn my fan on, catch my breath. My goodness. I don't even have any lights on here. Whew. But I'm just here until I gotta get something to blow my nose with. I'll be right back. I guess we can have some lights on. You're just not going to see the clouds in the background. Hoi, hoi, hoi. I'll tell you. Hey. My computer's off. I'm gonna go turn those lights on. It's gonna drive me nuts if I don't. I have to get a battery for my cloud remote. So I've just been plugged into a power bar and turning it on and off. Let me pull up my... Yes, I'm not rubbing snot on my face, folks. I folded it. Alrighty. All right, let's pull my chat up so I can see me. Or I can see you. Give me a second. Let's get this switch account. Okay, 11 pop out the chat. Okay, what have I missed? I thought I saw something really, really long there. Let's turn this off here, and then, hey everybody. In one of your lives recently, you mentioned wanting a pellet stove. My mom had one, and it was a great addition for her. Yeah, well, I'm thinking about that, because it would do a lot in a power outage to heat the downstairs and stop pipes from freezing, because even it uses very little electricity, right? So you can plug it into the wall, but if the power goes out, I can use one of my big power stations to power it and keep the heat going downstairs. So, how's everybody doing? I don't know how you find the energy to do everything that you do. I don't find it. I mind it. Like, go deep. You know what? Howie and I are getting old, and I can't just ask him to do everything anymore, right? So that wall, he painted. He fixed and he did that whole dining room, and I destroyed that wall. It's up to me to fix it, right? Oh, and I'm pretty sure he's out in the shop right now working on my stovetop, because the box for the top of my wood stove, because my camera, he asked me last night to have my camera card wiped and charged. So I had it wiped and charged, and he was already out there when I got up. So, hey everyone, let me pop out the everybody say hi so I can pop out the chat. And then I'm going to go after this and finish my wall, and then I'm going to have a shower, and I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to sew. Hey, Kimmy girl. So, is that better? Is that easier for you to see me? Let's try this. Ooh, I'm going to turn the fan off now. I don't know what color it is. I call it, it's like olive to me, but with a little more blue in it. I don't know what it's called. I just picked the paint from the paint chips and say, give me, I like that one, so give me the one above it. I always take the one above it because it always dries darker than what you think you're going to get on the paint chip. So, a cup of tea. I'm trying to get certain things done so that in 2 weeks or what, not quite 2 weeks and not quite 3 weeks, I'm going to be starting my seeds. And I'm going to be, that whole dining room is going to be set up for like 3 months with the cage and the lights and on all that stuff. So I just want to, this is something that's going to, if I didn't do it now, it was going to wait until next Christmas, after next Christmas. So it's like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Right? Howie's been working so hard at getting things, get the downstairs back up to par and fixing things that we, didn't know our ass from a hole in the ground when it came to doing things in the first place. So I'm doing mine in the utility room this year. I hope I don't regret it. Okay, let me say hi. I do it in the dining room because it's easiest for me to manage. All right. Let's pop out. Hey, aloha seashell. Hi, Collins Homestead. Gypsy Mama Prepper. Jill V. Judy Kent. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Kimmy Girl. Laura Zopp. Lena K. Mary Walsh. Minnesota Farmer's Wife. Julie. Molly Smith. Semwa. Renita Madrid. Ole. Robin Rose. Terry Harmon. And Yellow Bird up high in banana tree. Yeah, asparagus. I still have asparagus that I started from seed. and I should be getting asparagus from it this year. And you know what? I had a tangle of asparagus roots that Howie just threw in a hole back there, and they were always coming up in a braid, these great big thick. Well, last year they didn't come up. What came up was smaller ones. So I think it's put out more roots. Does that make sense? Do they put out more roots? Patch. Well, once it's gone, you got to make sure it's somewhere, because believe it or not, they'll come up through concrete eventually, right? So make sure it's a place that you're never going to want to grow anything else ever. Okay, Yellowbird? Hola! Ole! I know. Wow. It's just something I want to do every time I say your name. Renita Madrid. Ole! Hey, Lorraine Paget. How did I say it right? Is it Lorraine or Lorena or Lorene? How's Robin Rose today? So, yeah, I'm got my yearly start of burns going on all over the place from the wood stove. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What it's like, why do you think it grows wild on the sides of roads and stuff? Right? And if you want, okay, you go along the roads in the countryside, or even along the sides of the highways in the fall, and you will, if you see this, you'll see it like a yellow asparagus fern. That's where, and you mark that spot. And you dig it up and take it home. But trust me, not an easy job digging up wild asparagus. That's why people just mark the spot and go pick it every year. How would they dominate above? How would they do in an above ground planter? What were the seeds, Deb? What were the seeds? Were they the yucca? You kept a journal on what, Lena? I saw an old video of M.I. Gardner digging up 30-year-old asparagus bed. It was crazy. Exactly. Right? So I got mine in my flower bed, and I've got some in the back, and we're not eating them. We're just waiting for them to do something. My whole idea of my property is to make as much of it as perennial harvestable food as possible. Pears, apricots, asparagus. You know what I mean? Things that come back year after year. Hey, Tina! You don't remember? I got lots of seeds. Somebody sent me recently, not sure if it was parsley, but it was really tiny seeds, like cabbage seeds or kale seeds. And they were all crushed. I really am getting to hate the postal system. I got San Marzano tomato seeds. I got Manitoba. So if you sent these, here's what I got. I got cherry tomatoes. I got carrots. I got San Marzano tomato seeds. I got Manitoba tomato seeds. I got celery seeds. I got leek seeds. I got bush cucumber seeds. Green onions. And I'm going to plant them in boxes. In planters on my deck so I can have fresh cutting green onions. What else seeds did I get? I got a lot of really, really good seeds. Cucumber, leeks, that kind of thing. You know what? I can't remember half the seeds I sent out either. It's been an odd year, and I really hate the way... how am I going to word this? I really hate the way 2019 to 2024 is still trying to control the narrative for 2025. They're still trying to take away our independence, our holidays, our religious celebrations, our family gatherings. They're still trying to do that. right? Disrupting the postal system at Christmas time. Talk about trying to stir the pot. Well, they're going to figure out this year that the people like us don't let go that easy. Right? We're not about to give up the things that make us who we are. Right? You still love me. Hi, Violet. Haven't seen you in a long time. I know I sent some out thinking how people would like them. Well, I got some parsley too, right? Oh, no, I know what was crushed. It was summer savory. I was so mad. I was so mad. And if you want to hear my opinion on what's going on with Trump, Trump wants his country to be the best there is. His country. Your country in the US, and nobody can fault him for putting America first. I think he's just yanking Canada's chain until we get a proper leader in place, someone he can actually talk to, someone like Pierre Poilievre. I laugh. Hi Corey. I laugh at everybody going, oh, they're the leadership race for the Liberal Party. What makes anybody think that that's a good thing to be the leader, become the new leader of the Liberal Party? It's gone down in flames. It ain't rising like the fiery phoenix they think it's going to. And everybody who's running for the leadership race of the Liberal Party, for the leader of the Liberal Party of Canada, they all supported Trudeau. They all backed him, especially Chrystia Freeland and Carbon Tax Carney. We don't want these people. What makes them think that they're going to do, or that they're going to get voted in because we all hate Trudeau? You supported him. You kept him in for 9 years. You put his policies through Parliament. Okay? Don't tell me you should be the leader of this country. There's my Archie Bunker coming out. Right? All my snow is gone. Not mine. It's snowing right now a little bit. Just, gently. It's like, Corey saying, I got 16 inches of snow in New Orleans. See, this is one of the reasons I love living in Canada. Okay? I get 4 seasons. I'm prepared for 4 seasons. Folks who live in places where it almost never snows, it rarely gets below freezing. They get complacent. And when shit happens, as it always does, you end up going, oh, well, I didn't think I had to be prepared for this because I live in Louisiana or New Orleans or you know what I mean? Hey, Phoebe. Hey, Mindy. Kadeen. You still have patches of snow. I just, I love, like, we had a mobile home in Arizona that was like a vacation home for a few years. Found out it was way too expensive for us to maintain, to only go there 3 times a year. But I mean, how we put a lot of work into that place, and still the people who bought it put more work into it. But if I said to Howie, if we actually lived here in the wintertime, we would have to actually properly insulate this, like gut it and insulate it and put up like drywall or whatever. Now, yes, it's a mobile home, but it's a park model, right? And he said, why? And I said, because it still gets cold here and it still gets hot. Good insulation protects you from both. Hey, Dimebeth. Mary Nidri, how are you doing? I have a bunch of seeds for the mimosa tree. The flowers are perfect to make tea with. It's great for you to help with pain, digest issues. I can send you some that comes back yearly. Yes, but can I grow it in zone 4? 4A, 4B. That's what you got to know when you're sending me stuff. I live in Canada. I live in Canada. You know what I mean? What's going on, Lori? Hey, Lori. It's been a while. I know. Where have you been? Have to have another blood transfusion on Tuesday. They can't find the source of my internal bleeding. Going to Cleveland. Why haven't they put dye? Why haven't they have they done the dye test on you to see where they can find if it's leaking? Because it's tell them to look behind your liver. I don't know where that came from. Look behind your liver. I don't know. I don't know. But we'll keep you in our prayers. That's for sure, honey. That's for sure. I think you can get, it's cold here. I'm in Northeast Philadelphia. You can try it, honey. Alaska and us have a lot in common, you know, but it would be nice. I just planted real flowers for the first time last year. I planted my hollyhocks and they're biennial. So they'll be coming up, they'll be blooming this year. I'm really funny about planting flowers. I like perennials. And I'm really funny about it because whenever I get a nice perennial bed going, we seem to move. But we've lived here for 17 years. It's the longest either one of us have ever stayed in one home. So I think it's safe to plant some flowers if I find room, because every spot I use is I think you can is used for food. Is used for food. And I'm not going to be able to replace my garden beds this year. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get them any higher. I wanted to replace them with metal ones they have on Amazon, but it was going to cost me between $900 and $1,300. And I'm not sure I could recoup that in 2 seasons of gardening, right? So I said that to Howie. I can buy one every payday if I really pinch. And Howie said, just let me think about it. Because those beds have to come up another 10 inches because my knees are so bad, right? And so I didn't move the pear tree, honey. The pear tree's never moved. It's right where it is. I haven't seen any bears since Mama came with her 3 cubs. And I haven't seen any bears since. So it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. Sneaking in. Hey, we be jamming. You're lurking, you're flirking, you should be working, clerking. So I may have to go one more year with my beds as they are. But I think it's going to be roads open, but I'm waiting till tomorrow. Good idea, Corey. Good idea. I'm really looking forward to growing bush pickles because the pickling cucumbers, I didn't know that you could get them where they vine out. Their vines don't go much longer than that. The ones I got, they go like 6-10 feet, right? I had to put trellis down. So I'm going to plant 2 beds of bush pickles because I ordered them. And somebody sent me some. So no, they're going to, you know what? This paint dries really quick, especially since I have the wood stove going and no kettle on the wood stove. And I'm going to, let's go have a look. Let's go finish that wall, shall we? I got to change my glasses. Take my tea. I'm covering the camera so you don't get seasick. Oh. It's a good thing I got up when I did, or I might not have been able to in another 20 minutes. Oh, I love the smell of fresh paint. Okay. Let's get this plugged in. It's almost dry. Almost dry. And I can see some spots I missed. Oh, I'm a lonesome hound. No, that's too high. I'm a lonesome hound dog, baying at the moon, 'cause I ain't got no feminine hound dog here to hear my croon. Woo, 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 woo. Show Tunes Day. Sugar doo 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 doo. Oh, honey, honey, doo 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 doo. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Oh, sugar doo 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 doo. Oh, honey, honey. Yeah, I better save my breath, eh? Because I'm just about out of breath. I just can't believe the loveliness of loving you. I just can't believe it's true. Whoa, sugar, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, honey, honey. Okay. Just make sure all those. And there it is, folks. Whoops! I accidentally painted over the plug holes. Oh well. Ugh. Alrighty, and there it is. Howie is, if he thinks it's necessary, he's going to cut in at the bottom and at the top by the ceiling. But that wall is done. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead saying thanks for joining me while I worked. I really enjoyed your company. I'm going to go have a shower. I'm going to do some ironing and I'm going to sit down and sew. Take care. God bless. Poke.